Amazing, it's the same melody and I think season as last time. I mean, it should be, shouldn't it? Or you mean, okay, I just saw the VOD from last week play while I was waiting for you and that's why I saw the, okay. I assume you mean, okay, as I started, fair enough. We did play one exact year then. Cool. Hug. Right. What do? We have organizing also almost up. We have engineering almost up. We could go for one of those, or both if I can. Probably organizing first because we're almost there. Oh yeah, true, Rex has a speech bubble. I just wanted to hug. Hey Rex. You find Rex playing cards by himself in the lounge after an actual physical deck of cards. With an actual physical deck of cards. He looks up as you approach and visibly brightens when he sees you, sitting up straight with his dog-like ears on top, on alert. Well, hey, Solace! He exclaims. How's it going? Do you want to play play a game with me? Sure, what kind of game? Or not today, I'm busy. Sure, what kind of game? It's called Bottoms Up. That's a drinking game. Rex explains. We both play a card from our hands we think is lower than the one the other person is playing, and the person with the lowest card wins. If you win, you get the number of points that are on your card. That's why not everybody plays a 1 all the time, fair enough. Or a 2, I don't know what cards they're using. Plus you get to take the loser's card and add it to your hand. So you want to play a low card to win, but if you play your high cards at the right time, you get a lot of points. It's a game of compromise. Yeah, but they always have names that are then totally different from what we know. Yeah, like with Valentine's Day. Also true. I used to play it all the time back on the Helio, but now everyone's here and, you know, realizing their big dreams of being heroes and saving humanity, Rex says, rolling his eyes with a good-natured grin. Soldiers love to gamble, Rex says. You know, that thing you say, kudos? We can bet some kudos on it, or maybe we can bet something more interesting. How about 100 kudos? Is 20 kudos okay? Can we just play for fun? What do you mean, more interesting? I'm intrigued. We're betting 100 kudos? How about 100 kudos? Hey, big spender, Rex laughs. Yes, yeah, of course. Whatever you feel comfortable with is fine by me. He winks. Aww. Rex shuffles the card and deals half the... Okay, it's just a normal playing card game. I see an ace, I think, on the table. Rex shuffles the cards and deals half the deck to each of you, and you begin to play the game. The best thing about this game is that it's not very hard to play, Rex says, scooping up his winning cards. It's all about how well you know the other person. And, well, we don't know each other very well yet, so what do you want to know about me? Have you made any friends here? What do you think? What do you like to do for fun? What are your plans for the future? Enough talking. Let's just play the game. You can do all of them top to bottom, in my opinion. Okay. Top to bottom it is. Well, not the enough talking one. Oh, okay. Have you made any friends here? Oh yeah, of course, Rex says. He looks happy. All the adults are so much nicer than the ones I grew up with. Like, they care so much about how and why they do stuff. I love being around them. And the other teens, like, whoa, you guys are all so cool. Anemone and Tang are so passionate. Cal's a solid sweetheart, and Mars is like a galactic level hottie. Wow, he trails off, lost in thought. Oh, and that this guy seems interesting too. Damn. What do you like to do for fun? Talk to people mostly, Rex says and puts down a low card to win the hand. I like to see what everyone's doing and help them with stuff if I can. I just really like being around other people. I like doing whatever they're doing. Oh, and cuddling, of course. I love cuddling and running and chasing stuff. He is a dog. He rubs the soft inner part of his ear and smiles sheepishly. What are your plans for the future? Rex blinks at you. Oh, wow, big question. I don't know. I think if I stayed on the heliopause, I probably would have ended up becoming a soldier like everyone else. But planetside? Rex smiles to himself as he puts down a high card. I could do anything. I've always liked making things with my hands, and I like to make other people happy. Maybe I can do something with that. He is such a dog. Enough talking, let's just play the game. You play out the rest of the cards, staying fairly even in points until Rex is left with only one card, and you have two. You're trailing, but not by much. If you play your low card for an easy win, you will gain enough points to make it a draw. If you gamble on the slightly higher card in your hand, you might lose entirely, but you could win. What do you do? Check Rex for tails, which we can't do because our empathy is just about 4 points too little. Play a low card for the draw or play a high card for the win. For a chance to win. I would like to know how high our high card is, to gauge the possibilities. And also, you know, in a game like this, I'm fairly sure I would know what his last card is if it was me playing it. I say, hi, YOLO. You're just betting all of my money, but that's fine. Play a high card for the chance to win. You put down your higher of your two cards, and Rex shouts, "Are you for real?" He laughs. "That was a really risky play. You're lucky I only had a high card left." He turns over his card. It's even higher than yours. You win the game by a comfortable margin. Collect your winnings. Hell yeah. Rex links your hollow palms and transfers your winnings. It's a good thing I love helping so much, he laughs. You can rack up kudos pretty fast. That's cool. We still need more engineering points for Rex here. I don't think I have a thing that's organizing and engineering. Let's see. Biology toughness, biology organizing, animals and empathy. Hey, Dad. Yeah, let's do this one then. That gives us... I think we've helped in the kitchens once, yeah. I mean, we can help in the kitchens. Okay, then we're doing the organizing level ups. You pass the construction yard on your way to pick a delivery at the depot. Rex waves you over. Hey, come take a look at this, he says, leading you over to where a portion of the heliosphere is being married to the old living quarters with a scaffolding of mushwood. Isn't this wild? It's like our two ships are actually becoming one. He throws his arm around your shoulder. It's like a metaphor, get it? The colony and us from the Helio, learning how to work together. How we build our environment affects how we live, you know? You should come by and help me, he continues. It's really fun. You get to build things, and the construction crew is really nice, and you get to hang out with me. Wait, why not start right now? He hands you a plas cutter, a gun-shaped tool that emits a thin beam of superheated plasma. No time like the present, right? Zeke always says we always need more workers here. But you do have another job that you promised to do. Sorry, I've got a job to do. How about we just hang out? Yeah, let's work hard. Yeah, let's work hard. That gets us to engineering, hell yeah. You help Rex hold up part of the wall while he fits a bracket in place. There's a lot of pounding and wiggling to get it fit, which delights Rex every time he gets to make a joke about it. It's sweaty, rewarding work, and you learn something about engineering while you're at it. Chief Administrator Zeke comes storming out of command to find you. Solace, they snap. Where have you been? I expected you hours ago. Whoa, it's my bad, Rex says, moving to stand between you and Zeke. If he had a tail, it would be between his legs. The perfect picture of an apologetic puppy. I asked them to help out. We're super short on hands around here, and they did a great job. Zeke grudgingly accepts that you did, in fact, do good work. They tell you that you're clear to help out in construction if you'd like, snidely commenting that you're better suited for manual labor than the job you were actually supposed to do today. Damn. Zeke hates fun. Quote from that. Construction work in command has been unlocked. Nice. One slot will turn mental. All of my cards are mental anyway, so that is fine by me. Easy. That got us 5 organizing. We're there. We got it. The second pip. By exactly the amount of points that we needed. It's Veterinalia. Everyone's in high spirits as you decorate the colony square. The great tables are piled high with food, groaning under the weight of heaps of roasted and steamed vegetables, barbecued meat, stews, carafes of malt cider, and cakes dripping with frosting and sugar buck syrup. You gather in the colony square for the usual speeches. Lum takes the stage to fanfare and applause. Hello, people of Vertumna, he exclaims over the din. Happy Veterinalia. He takes a big theatrical breath. Do you smell that? That's the smell of victory. We humans have secured our hold on this planet, and now it's time to celebrate. Lum gestures to the sagging feast tables. Eat, drink, and be merry. The crowd cheers again. After the council members each give their annual reports, everyone starts clearing the square to set up for the Vertumnalia games. You feel the pulse of a new hollow message in your palm and open it up to read. Happy Veterinalia. There's a present for you under the table. XOXO, your secret admirer. Oh. You rush over to the feast table and spot a wrapped present in amongst the roasted vegetables. Wow, you have a secret admirer? You unwrap your present. It's a data band. You snap it on your wrist and boot it up on your holopalm. It's full of all your favorite songs, videos, shows and games. A collection curated by someone who must really know you. Now you'll always have your media with you, even if the net goes down, including all your favorite episodes of The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. Nice! Uh-huh. Gift from Secret Admirer, +2 to last card. Okay. You search the holopalm for any hint as to who could have made it, but you can't find anything. You'll have to ask around, but later. The games are about to begin. This is so fucking good. You assemble with the other kids for the annual games. What do you choose this year? Bake Off or no thanks? Reasoning not good enough. Persuasion will never be good enough. And combat is very much trailing. Maybe we should up our combat at some point. At least our organizing is good enough for this. You join Cal in the kitchen. Hey Solace, he says, are you ready to get your bake on? This year's theme is multi-layered cakes. You'll be in charge of designing, baking, assembling and decorating a towering monument to sweet cake and frosting. I think I'm 16. Yeah. Hey, we get the bake-off card. Oh, wildcard values matches all pairs or straights. That is so good. Boom. Wait, if I put this way, I get more points even. Hell yeah. No, I think I'm playing all my 3 cards then. Damn it. Yeah, this is better. That would just mess me up. Alright. +2 for each card for each gem on other cards. Okay. +2 to cards with gems. Right. It was better the first thing we did, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the best one we had so far. Even with this thing. Okay, yeah. This is probably the best thing we can do. Since this does take us down again, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Pushing through for the another color wild card. We're fairly good on stress anyway. Let's push through. It's fine. Your cake is an architectural marvel, easily in the running for the best thing ever created on Vertomna for sure. It's 4 tiers and decorated with delicate hand-sculpted floral details and piped frosting. It's delicious too. The best part is eating it, of course. Oh yeah, we also get 50 back. I forgot about that. So we did not actually waste anything. After the festivities, everyone descends on the feast. You heap your plate with more food than you could eat in 3 sittings. When all the food is gone and the sunset has broken the heat of day, people break out their instruments. Everyone dances well into the night. Oh, Mars has something to say to me. Draw an extra card at the start of a challenge. Effect stacked. That's cool. Mars is painting her nails outside command, her head bobbing along to something only she can hear through her earspeak. She shoots you a distracted smile when she sees you, gesturing to turn off her music. What's popping, Solace? Someone gave you a databand. It might have been Mars. Are you my secret admirer? Leave her alone for now. This is pointless, I don't want to know. I wonder if this decides who our secret admirer is by us asking the right person. Or like asking the person that we want it to be. Right. Doesn't have to ask? Okay. Are you my secret admirer? Mars barely looks up from her manicure. What? She laughs. Solace, if I liked you, you would know. Trust me. Rex is lounging in a hammock he's set up between 2 mushwood poles. He looks like he's snoozing, but his ears twitch and he opens one eye as you approach. Can't sneak up on me, Solace, he groans, stretching. People have tried. Someone gave you a databand. It might have been Rex. True, she is honest like that. True. To a fault, unfortunately. Are you my secret admirer? You got a what? Rex laughs. Secret admirer? Nah, secret's not my style. But you know, I'm not ruling it out. I don't think so since he's so new, but let's see. I mean, I'm gonna ask everyone now, aren't I? Nomi Nomi is using a vert space helmet, flailing their arms around to play a hologamer only they can see. Unable to sense your approach, they crash right into you. Whap! Oof, they say, lifting the helmet off their heads. Sorry, Solis, didn't see you there. Someone gave you a data band, blah blah blah. Should we just ask everybody until we find the right person, or what do you think? Then I don't have to ask you every time. Are you my secret admirer? Nomi's eyes go wide. You got a secret admirer? They gasp. That's so romantic. I wonder who it is. Either Nomi's a better liar than you give them credit for, or you're on the wrong track. Hey, Tang. Tangent is hard at work in the lab, entering calculations into her hollow palm and frowning over a set of samples. She barely notices you enter. Hello, Solis, she says distractedly, before going back to work. Are you my secret admirer? Tang looks up from her hollow palm, a cross look on her face. You're... what? Stars, Solis. Do I look like I have time for childish games? Guess not. You catch Anemone between drills, leaning her elbows against the garrison fence. She takes a swig of her canteen, then pours it over herself to cool down. Hey, Solis, she says, shaking out her hair. What's going on? Are you my secret admirer? Anemone giggles nervously. Rose, she says. Not a chance, Solis. Brutal. Fair enough, though. I hope it's not you. Vase is supervising a group of children doing push-ups. Keep those backs straight, he barks, though he looks proud of them. He sees you coming and jogs over to meet you. Hey, Solis, he says, getting some training in? Are you my secret admirer? Vase looks confused. You're... what? I don't have time for childish games. Maybe you should talk to Tang then. Not Vase. I kind of want to know what he says, though. Exactly the same that Tang said, interestingly enough. It might be you or Kel. You or Kel have been my... like... the people that I suspect the most, to be honest. It's probably Kel, right? You find this loading some equipment into an expedition vehicle. He nods at you as you approach before going back to his work. Are you my secret admirer? Dis squints at you. No, he says. I'm weird, but I'm not a stalker. Okay. Then it has to be Cal. Unless somebody is lying to me. You find Cal catching a break in the shade of one of the gardening sheds. A wide-brimmed hat pulled down low over his eyes. Hearing you approach, he lifts the brim and shoots you a smile. Hey, Solis, taking a break too? Okay, by elimination, I guess. I mean, if you had asked me from the start, I would have guessed either one of the two boys that we already knew. Are you my secret admirer? Kel looks away, his smile turning a little embarrassed. Is that okay? Yeah, I like you too, which is flirting, or thanks, but no thanks. I don't know, do you want to date? I don't want to say thanks but no thanks to a very cute little boy. He will get his heart crushed. His tiny feelings. It does give stress relief, but I understand if you don't want to. I mean, also, like, I am not against dating people in games. I've always dated people in games. And he's cute. So, if you don't mind, I don't mind. Let's do it then. Okay. Yeah, I like you too. Cal blinks. Whoa, really? I didn't expect that. Go in for a smooch or let the moment pass? Adventure! We're smooching. You lean in and kiss Cal on the cheek. He laughs warmly and touches the place your lips landed, blushing. Thanks, he whispers. I guess you liked the data band. Yeah, I did. It gave me a really good laugh. We have got a new place of work, don't we? This gives us engineering, which is good. I mean, it has Sanctuary Moon on it, so yeah, and that's like the best series under the planets. Yeah, let's work construction then. That gives us toughness and engineering, and we need both. Zeke gets everyone together to discuss plans for the next big project. The next phase of construction on the living quarters. You were lucky to get moved during the first phase, if only because your old quarters were crushed by a giant monster. But the people from the heliopause have gradually started transferring from their crowded bunks to bigger rooms. The colony needs a massive construction effort to get everything built. Not just sleeping areas, but larger suites for families, kitchenettes, communal private toilets, and bathing rooms. Speaking of the Helios, I can't wait to have my own room. Rex is here, and he's pumped. He keeps jostling eagerly from foot to foot. I've never had my own room before. All of us spacer kids slept in family-style barracks until we were old enough to go to the juvenile barracks. I've never had privacy. Woof, man! His eyes go wide. You guys must have parties all the time. I can't wait to have a party in my room. You're gonna love construction, Solace. What are you looking forward to most? Designing a beautiful room, the heavy lifting, or skilled detailing? I think for Solace, 3 is fitting. I guess, yeah. Skilled detailing. Yeah, Rex exclaims. Which gives us creativity. I love that part. The finishing touches really make a space. It's amazing what you can do with raw materials. Oh, I want to show you something, Rex says, then takes off. You follow him away from Zeke droning on about timelines, and he takes you to a stack of planed mushwood boards. Just look at this molding, he says, running his hands over it reverently. After staring up at a metal ceiling all my life, I can't wait for everyone to live somewhere that looks this beautiful. Get to work. One slot gets a +2. Right. +1 for each gem on other cards. Right. Damn it. To and from other cards, okay. No, I can't quite get a better run, I don't think. It's fine. Oh wait, there we go. Oh no, that changes things again, never mind. There. That's fine. +6 engineering, that's cool. We have our first pip. Late dust. Draw an extra card at the start of the challenge. Cool. Okay, reasoning is something we could do. Or combat. What do you think? Combat or reasoning? Or can I do both? I don't think so. The defense training is combat and animals. The reasoning stuff is over here. Biology and reasoning. Engineering and reasoning. Yep. Okay. So, either we go to class. That would be engineering and reasoning probably, because biology makes no sense since we have that maxed out. And also that gives us more reasoning. Our reasoning currently is at 23, so we need 10 more points in that. We could also do something with money right now because we get double kudos, that's fair. Our jobs right now give us 10 kudos for engineering and toughness, which I also don't mind leveling up either. 10 kudos for organizing and perception, that's less good. Mostly because perception is already maxed. Shoveling dirt, that's toughness, but only 5 kudos. Biology and toughness makes less sense even. Biology and organizing is the one that I get the most kudos for, but it's also... Yeah, but it's also biology. Animals and empathy is also an option that we could go for. This one is kind of wasted. Yeah, let's do construction. That's engineering and... That's engineering and toughness, isn't it? It's fairly good. It's also 5 points up, which is more than the others, I think. You're trying to find administrator Seek to ask about something and accidentally stumble into a meeting they're having with Governor Lum. You didn't catch the topic of the argument, but you managed to piece together that Seek is trying to get Lum to come up with a way to explain something important to the colony. Whatever it is, Lum is dismissive about it. You hear him say he's not here to hold people's hands, which frustrates Seek. Figure it out, Seek, Lum says. That's your job. Convince Lum you can help. We can't because we can't persuade anybody. Tell Seek you could do it. Needs rebellion less than 30. Where is our rebellion at? 45. This is also a good job that you're not get either stats. Yeah. Spy on them or leave. Not bad. You could get there with a few choices to the less than 30 on rebellion. Sure. Leave. Spying is more rebellion, I think. Okay, you ignore them. You've got better things to do than listen to Lum and Zeke argue about administration. It doesn't seem like they need an assistant, though. It does seem like they need an assistant, though. Maybe you can offer your services later when you're not so busy. Get to work. Okay, one slot gets plus 2. So we have 8, 7, 6. Let's see. Yes! Super goal was 52. Plus 7 engineering! Hell yeah, that's good. That's really good. Early wet. Which means... Oh! Hell yeah! I helped Rex build something. Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a holoprojector. It looks so familiar. Wait, it's a holoprojector you used to watch vids on in the crash. It's been broken ever since the crash was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have outdoor movie nights. You help Rex bring the holoprojector back to life, then help him make an outdoor theater for it, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. Aunt Anne provides the snacks. Rex looks at it with pride. We just have to figure out what to play for our opening night. It's very cool. Early wet is Mars's birthday, I think. Late wet is yours. Don't know your birthday yet. Should maybe try to find out Cal's birthday. Late wet for you guys. Early wet for you. Yeah, we don't know anything for the kids from the Helio. Maybe I should start giving people presents more. Especially you. We don't have that many Xeno eggs. I'm not gonna start this month because what's the point trying to find out if your birthday is the same as Mars's? I doubt it. Birth month rather, but still. gonna give presents out next month, it's fine. Right. Shall we go in for more of the construction then? And like engineering is also rising a lot from it. Let's work construction for the kudos. After Chief Administrator Seek, the unofficial heads of the construction crew are Aluminium and Burnish, Mars's dads. You don't know them very well, but they're great supervisors. Honest, friendly, straightforward guys with wide shoulders, strong backs and soft hearts. They're really nothing like Mars at all. How did that happen? You're working with them while they tear down the internal walls of the heliopause, scoring edges carefully with plas cutters, then using sledgehammers to knock great sheets of metal free. What are we using these sheets for? Can't we just mine more metal? Why can't we just nanoprint what we need, or help them work? I know how. They love her, so they spoiled her to hell. Yeah, that could be it. I don't know. Sorry. Maybe Mars has a complicated, tragic backstory or something. Or, with a name like Marzipan, maybe you can only become like that. Rumi says they'd spoil Mars too. I agree, she's become one of my faves. Interesting. I mean, you've played this game a lot more than me and have gotten to know Mars on a deeper level than I have, definitely, because, like, I have done almost nothing. I can't even be bothered to pick up the stat that I need to become friends with her. I also would not have thought so. Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, what do we do? Yeah, that's why you don't have you have no persuasion. I know. Maybe the next life. Maybe. No, I will never raise the persuasion stats even one bit. Never. Okay, I can do all of them again. What are we using these seats for? Reinforcing the garrison and other new buildings. Al replies, wiping his forehead with the back of his hairy arm. The blast cutters really crank up the heat in these small metal rooms. All these bulkheads and hallways were important safety features in space, Bernie adds. You don't want to explosively decompress the whole ship, you know? But here on Rotumna, you have different needs. Can't we just mine more metal? Sure, Burnish laughs. Just go ahead and get out there with a pick and... Bernie, Al chides him, then turns to you. We're a long way from being able to mine and smelt here on Rotumna. If we do at all, mining is extremely destructive. We need to reuse what we have here first. Why can't we just nanoprint what we need? Nanoprinting can't make what we don't have, Al replies. It can only recombine existing molecules. When you think about it, we have a pretty finite amount of most elements on the periodic table. Well, Bernie adds, not unless we get out there and start stripping them from their dominant sources. We already lock mushwood for construction, but only because we have to. Finding things like iron and aluminium is a little beyond our capabilities. What are you talking about, Bernie? Aluminium replies. I'm right here. Head to work. Yeah, that's a dad joke that I saw coming. You learn a lot with Alan. You learn a lot working with Alan and Bernie. They look like a bit big tough guys, but like most people in the colony, they really care about sustainability and doing the right thing. And they love to talk while they work, with no shortage of gossip about the other adults. And there's where Mars gets it from. There's where Mars gets it from. If you keep your ears open, you are going to learn more here than just how to smash stuff and nail it back together. Get to work. Carp becomes mental, that's fine by me. Super goal was 50. We're 10 over. Seven engineering again. Hell yeah. Midwit. Right. The time in which we earn double the money, triple the money even, is over. We're now also entering a... Yeah, we are getting closer to the engineering 2 pip as well. Because we earned really good points from the last couple of runs. So, do we continue with the engineering? Do we move on to reasoning maybe? We could also do the engineering and reasoning thing for the engineering class. Or do we do combat training? That gives us engineering and reasoning. Only 3 points, but we get more for the absorbent brain thing. For engineering, at least. This might be our best thing. But also, I wanted to start giving presents to people. Cal, where are you? I should know things about my boyfriend. Cal is at the door to the barn, pulling on a pair of stretchy gloves. Palomina's carving, he says, by way of explanation. I gotta get in there to make sure everything's going okay. Do you need me? Found something you might like, and it's this Xeno egg. Sure, you get engineering at the Ridge too during exploring there. That's true. Is that an alien egg? Kel exclaims. Wow, I wonder what's inside it. If it's still warm, maybe we can hatch it. He lifts it up and scrutinizes it. Anemone is always talking about wanting to eat a big old alien egg, he says. If this one's not fertilized, I'll give it to her. Yeah, but it's also your favorite gift, mate. You can keep things for yourself. Found out that early wet is also not your birthday. Mid-wet, rather. Nomi. Let's find out what Nomi likes. That's cool. Creativity. For you. Ooh. We're very close to that one. And it's a 4-color wildcard. Have a present for yourself. Do you like flowers? Nomi looks a little surprised. You brought me a gift? They exclaim. Like, just because? OMG, Solace, thank you! That was not your favorite then? And also not your birthday? Weirdly logical what they like. I mean, I'll figure it out. I thought maybe something colorful for a start. But yes, we'll find it out. They're also a gamer, aren't they? We'll see. Let's study engineering. It's been a while since you've taken a physics class. You wonder what who they got to teach it after Professor Hell died. Yeah. He was the teacher back on the ship. Who could possibly replace him? Congruence is waiting placidly for class to begin. Oh, Solace, hello, she says as you take your seat. It's been a while since you joined us to learn about the grand world of physics. Don't be surprised, I'm teaching this class now, in Professor Hell's absence. Today, Congruence teaches you about machine learning and the development of artificial intelligences. Congruence has been a part of your life for as long as you can remember. It's hard to imagine a time when people didn't have access to such a powerful, all-knowing intelligence. It would be Congruence. It has to be Congruence. Congruence is definitely also teaching the other class. The one that I go to, not the one where I learn persuasion. How do people used to learn anything with teachers? Human teachers. Card gets +2, so we have 6, 7, 8 already in place. We don't have a 5, do we? Or maybe with you. No. Six, 7, 8. Well, we didn't have a 2, but it's still enough. +2 to a red card. Can't do that. It's still enough. It's fine. Literally the same outcome. What did I expect? +4 engineering. Hell yeah. Huh. I only have one medicinal root. So I'm not gonna give it to you on your birthday. I'm gonna give it to your brother. He plucks at the root for a bit, but then his shoulders slump. Did you give these to me because it's my birthday? He asks. I actually hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday. It's, look, maybe you should just go do something nice for Tang. She actually likes the attention. I mean, you also got 4 friendship from it, so you might like it a little bit, Des. You might like it a little bit. Too soon to give another gift. Okay, it can do it once a season then. Tammy, every time I see the menu. I mean, we will be able to save her at some point, I'm sure of it. I'm sure. When a plan comes together, +5 to flushes when with this card. Oh, that's cool. Engineering 80 or greater. It's already 2 people's birthday, it's not gonna be yours. Nothing lying around. Right. More engineering class, or do we do one thing for upgrading creativity to get the Nomi card? We could help in the kitchen, or we could play the photo fauna, which also gives us friendship with Nomi. The Nomi card's nice. It is, yeah. Photo fauna, here it is. There's plenty of holo videos of people playing the photo fauna. Apparently everyone was playing them on Earth for a few years before they fell out of fashion. There's videos featuring everything from kindergarten recitals to massive outdoor concerts with impressive lights and smoke. Maybe you'll be able to do a huge concert like that one day. Maybe. Not great cards. But just enough. Full house it is. No, wait. Damn it. +2 bonus to straights. There we go. +5 creativity, not bad. And it's glow season. We're almost 17. There's gotta be a crystal here somewhere. Because there always is a crystal in glow. There it is. Where is everybody? Cal, is your birthday during glow? Do you think? It is not. No, seriously, where is everybody? Some of them are not outside during low season, that's true. Is it always the same people who aren't? Probably. Yeah. Guess then that also means that it can't be only Nem, Vase, Diz, Tang, and your parents. Fair enough. Right. Then the others don't have their birthdays right now, that's fine. Oh, and Cal, yeah. Apply to be Lum's assistant, that's new. Persuasion 60 or greater, or rebellion less than 30. We only have the rebellion less than 30 possibility here, since persuasion will never be that high. By which I mean more than 1, more than 0. At this point I'm very committed to this. Shall we go in for more class? Or something with work? I'm gonna get stressed out during the next season anyway. But there might be an event during which I need the possibility of racking up stress for an event. So there is also definitely a point in resting now. So that I am well and can maybe push through things. You can rest in quiet 1, I think. Yeah, I mean, I know that I can rest in quiet 1. I'm just considering resting now so that I can push through an event that happens. Because there will be an event that happens. Maybe a bit more reasoning? Sure. We are currently at 25. We're getting there. Let's just go for engineering class then, since we're also getting there with engineering again. And that card is nice. To further your engineering knowledge, you're taking a mini-class with Chief Engineer Instance on the construction and maintenance of your holopalms. These devices are engineered bismuth crystals, embedded in your palms when you start school. They use the heat and electric current of the human body to power themselves, to talk to each other and connect to the holonet. Congruence's massive repository of information. You can barely remember life before yours. Holopalms were commonplace by the time the Vetomna group first formed on Earth, and the square bismuth is grown in the lab, Instance explains, so the physical device itself isn't hard to maintain. The difficulty is in the display and touch interface. Instance opens her holopalm, displaying a visible projected screen floating above her palm. As chief engineer, she also has one of the fancier versions that combines with a pair of eyeglasses to superimpose a projection right onto what she sees. The interface relies on plasma voxel generators, which require extremely small components that are impossible to nanoprint. These materials will have to be mined from Vetomna itself. Tang raises her hand. Is it possible to hack these devices? She asks. If the biological/electronic interface is so thin, is it possible to hack the human body? In a way, we've already begun to hack the human body, Instance replies. What do you call gene tech? Everything the body does and is capable of depends on 4 nucleobases in different configurations. It's no different than congruence. Human and artificial intelligences are both built from a limited code and are transformed into more by the building. Your genetic enhancements, super hearing and sight, temperature regulation, increased resistance to fear, disease, and fatigue, all present in the human genome and unlocked by the power of science. The class splits into working groups to explore installing modules onto your holopalm. Your intentions are in a group together. She begins installing a mod that will let her scan inorganic materials and get a reading of a chemical repository. What do you do? I gained the memory hooked on your holopalm, which I already had once. Try to remove your holopalm, download your own mod, or just learn from tangent. Downloading needs engineering 15 or greater. We have that by far. Of course we're downloading our own mod. Tang raises an eyebrow, impressed. What module do you choose? A nonogram puzzle game, love those. Something to find lost objects, a radar speed gun, a bacteria sniffing sensor. Something to help find lost objects. That's cool. Organizing. Ding! A portion of Congruence's immense and miraculous intelligence will now be dedicated to making sure you never lose your canteen or your sunglasses. Isn't technology great? Get to work. Cart gets +2. I think that might be the best we can do. You're lying in bed, staring at the wormhole through your window when you hear a deep thump resonate through the ground. Then a second one, quieter. The woven roof of your room quivers, unleashing a season's worth of fine glowing dust to sift through the air. Through your open window you hear voices sounding the alarm. The annual offensive is here, and leading the charge are two massive faceless. Hide inside or join the fray. We're joining, of course. You grab a blast rifle and report to the front, where a line of soldiers has taken up arms and is waiting for orders. The colony prepares to defend itself against the two building-scale faceless, as well as a teeming swarm of smaller Xenos that seethe towards you. Hold steady, orders Security Chief Red. Keep the line. No! Governor Lum yells, running from the front gates to the front of the defensive line. He elbows Red out of the way and waves his arms wildly. Bring them closer! Draw them in! Red stops himself from shoving Lum back, but just barely, you can tell. Are you serious? He retorts. We can't let them any further into the colony. We're going to fight them on our territory, Lum cries, raising his blast rifle over his head with one hand. We have the walls, let's use them. We'll let them come inside and pick them off one by one. We can't pick off faceless, Red sputters from the sidelines. Lum smiles maniacally. You can see the gleam of his teeth from here. I have a plan, he roars. Just follow my lead. And with that he turns and begins to run towards the approaching animals, roaring taunts and firing wildly into the fray to draw them close. At a loss, Red motions you to fall back and let the animals approach. The area just inside the gates becomes a swirling melee of smaller Xenos and Plas rifle fire. The two faceless lumbering slowly behind. Try to stay out of the way or get in there. How is the staying out of the way a challenge and not the get in there? We're at 85 stress, I don't like this. Trust? There is no trust. Do you mean I should try the challenge, or what do you mean by that? Hey. Internet bad. Oh no. Then we're trying the challenge. Okay. We need 102 points. That's really not good. And that my whole hand is blue is also not good when we get physical challenge points. One card gets a +3. We still have to try to make a straight if we can. Trust me, one is still better. Okay. Don't have a 5. Going off Wi-Fi immediately cured it. What the fuck is up with our Wi-Fi? I don't know. Good luck with that. Can't make a 4. Yeah, let's do this. You're wild, that's good. Okay. Don't have cards with gems. Yeah, I'm gonna use collectibles on the last round. But yeah, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. The value of that card is wild, so that still counts. I think. It counts both as a equals 5 and as a 4 for the straight, I think, at the same time. Need 45 now. We have a 9, that's cool. Okay, that's a 10 now, rather. Yeesh. The 2 red 4s. Yeah, these are the 2 red 4s. No. Yeah, that is worse. Yeah, I can only have 3 4s. I can't have more than 3 4s. Unless... Yeah, this is still worse than what we had before. I have 37 right now. I think the best I had so far was 38. Yeah. Yeah. That's 38 points. That's why I kind of wanted to go to sleep. To rest, rather. I have 3 mushlogs, so I can do this. And this. And then it's only 15 to push through. Let's do that then. That is the best I can get with this. Wish I had more red cards on this. Yay, we got perception out of it. You're not exactly a professional soldier, but you managed to hold your own against the Xenos, even though you still scream and retreat when something gets too close. You don't injure any humans with your plas rifle, at least. Out of the artillery smoke wafting over the battlefield, Lum comes running. Here they come! Here they come! He shouts joyfully and plows through the gates with the 2 faceless galloping behind him. It's without a doubt idiotic and horrendously dangerous. You can't help it. You hit record on your holopalm and film the ensuing chaos. You catch a glimpse of Cheap Red putting his hand over his face and sighing. A squad of Helio soldiers takes up the charge and helps shepherd the faceless into the open area in the middle of the colony. You have horrible flashbacks to the first time you saw a faceless inside these walls. From the look of the faces of the other Stratos, you're not the only one. Then you're all thrown to the ground by a tremendous explosion. Fire engulfs the center square, roasting the 2 faceless in an inferno that blasts the sweat from your pores. Rocks and chunks of dirt patter all around you, with the occasional thunk of burning mushwood. Those soldiers nearest the blaze all recoil in surprise. Clearly, no one but Lum knew that the square had been rigged with explosives. You don't think anyone was caught in the blast, but it was close. Lum stands before the blaze, laughing and firing at the 2 tortured faceless as they roast to death. You raise your hollow palm to capture the image, his silhouette dark against the column of flame and smoke. It was ridiculously dangerous and stupid, but it does look pretty cool in your recorded footage. People filter out of their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression system is turned on the square, revealing the charred corpses of the 2 faceless. Utopia walks by with a reclamation team hauling an industrial plas cutter on a hover lift. Did he use the mine and explosives? Utopia says in awe. Mighty bold of him. Those things will blow a hole in a mountain, or a creature, I suppose. She sighs. Wish he could have saved them for mining. That must have been the last of them, and we sure can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot as they pick their way down the blast crater to carve up the faceless for recycling. Fortunately, need colony defense 7 or greater? We have 7 or greater, apparently. Fortunately, the colony was well defended. You and the other colonists have been fortifying the defenses, putting security above all else. Tonight's defense was still a resounding, if messy, success. But if Utopia's right, you don't have any more of those explosives now. You can't just nanoprint unstable molecules like that. What are you going to do during the next attack? That's a good fucking question. Maybe he should not have used all of it. I've never done it, but I think you might have been injured in there if you went in. Huh. Okay, we're 17 now. Look at us go. Look at also how grizzled our picture is now. Exhausted and 17. Start age 17. We're also taller now, look at us. And everybody has changed again. Hell yeah, Tang. I owe almost everything I am to Chief Engineer Instance, Tangent says. She sees me for who I really am. Tang runs her fingertips over her jaw. Without her, I would probably be as sad and as isolated as my brother, or as broken as my mother was. I owe her my life. I would do anything she asked of me. That's not that good. Reasoning 40 or greater? Oh, nice! Anemone is doing squats in the training yard. 30, 31. Oh, hey, Solace. She jumps up and stretches her legs. Feel like challenging the squat queen? -4 to last card. Damn. Hurting a friend. Why? We're just training together. Why would that be hurting a friend? Why, Nam? You didn't change. Well, you did. You got more brutish. You're pretty good friends with Rex, aren't you? Base asks, giving you a once-over. You must not like what he sees. I wouldn't go around telling everyone that. It might not work out great for you. Just a bit of friendly advice. I hate you. Because you train too hard. No. No. Combat 40 or greater? For the iron stomach? Okay. Hey, Diz. Nice. The soldiers are assholes, Diz says, scowling at a group of them just outside earshot. They stomp through the forest like they own it. They kill whatever they don't understand. They talk about how they're protecting us, but they're only making it worse. Yeah, he's not great. Yeah. Don't like Vase either. I love this. This is the emoest boy he's ever been. Yes. He has reached peak emo-hood. Card to the right becomes 5. Need animal 80 or greater. Gotcha. You had plans to hang out with Kel today, but when you arrive at the geoponics dome, it's worryingly dark inside. You fumble around in the red emergency lighting until all the lights come back on with the heavy ka-chunk of a breaker being flipped. You blink into the sudden blinding light until the figures of Kel and Chief Engineer Instance resolve themselves into your vision. Kel also looks nice. Look at him. Absolutely no more of that, young man, Instance scolds Kel as he cradles his hoverboard in his arms. The power grid is not your plaything. I understand, Auntie, Kel says. I'm sorry. Instance mutters to herself as she passes you. Honestly, all of this over a toy. Hey, bud, Kel greets you. Sorry, I meant to meet you outside after work, but... He looks down at his hoverboard. My board wouldn't start and I figured it was maybe out of juice. But when I plugged it in, it threw off all these sparks, and then the whole power grid shut down. Kel's shoulder slumps. I was gonna ask Dr. Instance to take a look at it, but she told me she doesn't have time to fix a dumb toy. Let me take a look at it. I'm sorry, Kel, that sucks. Or it's just a dumb broken toy. Get over it. I mean, obviously we're repairing it. Come on. That's what the engineering grinding was for, wasn't it? For this moment. Well, okay, Kel says, slowly handing over the lifeless hoverboard. I guess you are pretty good at fixing things. You open up the hoverboard and poke around in its guts for a little while. After about 20 minutes, you think you have it figured out. You rewire it so that power no longer flows through the burned out capacitor. Stick a little duct tape in there and close the casing. And we have fixing rundown tech again! That's cool! Another wildcard. Cal takes the hoverboard and cautiously flips the switch. Et voila, it floats. It hovers, even. Radical, Cal shouts, then covers his mouth with his hands. I mean, this is totally cool, Solace. Thank you so much. To celebrate, Cal lets you take the first spin on the board. Whoa, it bucks like a wild animal under your feet, and Cal catches you as you stumble off of it. Careful, he laughs. The first step is a doozy. I got petting pets as a trophy just now. Apparently I pet the pet. Cal is digging at the garden with even more passion than usual. Stupid soldier assholes, he mutters, throwing weeds into a growing pile. They think they're so important. Well, you know, it's harder to grow stuff than it is to kill it. Not that they would know. He sighs and lets himself fall back into the dirt. There's only a war on nature, 'cause we keep pissing it off, he says, gesturing to the pile of green weeds. We're an invasive species, literally. We just gotta figure out our niche in the ecosystem, man. He's not wrong. Found something you might like, and it's this eggy. It's not your birthday. It's fine. Damn, Mars. Why should I care for nature? Mars asked, flipping her hair over her shoulder. The only thing nature has ever done is kill my people. I refuse to be held hostage by a planet that doesn't want us here. She smiles, though her overall expression is dangerous. If nature wants to kill us, well, it's only fair we try to get it to kill it right back. That's not how things work. I asked about the working at the depot again. Could I work there with you, which needs Mars friendship 10 or greater, which we have. So we could start working at the depot. Well, Mars hems and haws. I suppose it is a lot of work to do alone, and I do like you. We should stick together. Whatever Mars does to pull Administrator Seek's strings works. Because an hour later, you get a message from them on your holopalm. They're dubious that you'll be able to rise to the responsibilities of the role, but that's nothing new. Seek is dubious about everyone and everything, but they agree Mars would be more efficient if she had someone else to keep an eye on her. Unlock Depot Clerk in command. Depot Clerk. Which needs... I mean, I can't look at it anyway right now. Because I'm too stressed out. There they are. Oh, wow. Less clothes. Over the years, a lot of people have started wearing a lot less clothing than you remember from when you were growing up on the climate-controlled stratospheric. Definitely a lot less than in the holovitz you brought from Earth. Rex, though. Rex has really acclimated to Vertumnus' hot, sultry weather. Dude, put a shirt on. Take your own shirt off in solidarity, which we can't do because my empathy isn't big enough. Or, ahoo! Dude, put a shirt on. Are you kidding me? He asks, throwing his arms wide. First, it's hot as balls out here. I work outdoors, and who we? No joke, I'd take off more if I could. He cranes his head up to the sky. Second, I like the feeling of the sun on my skin. After 15 years in a sunless tube, hurtling through space, I want to soak in as much as I can. It makes me feel great. Rex laughs and knocks himself into your shoulder. I think our bodies were meant to live this way. Don't even get me started about pants, Mud. Okay. You should join a nudist colony. Hug. Not good for your skin, but I get it. Fair enough. Good point. I got you a present. I know how to up your friendship, so... My mom and dad ask if I was getting serious with anyone. Nomi says, wrinkling her nose. Gross-a-rooney, right? I mean, I would throw him a mushwood. I would throw him a log of wood because he's a doggo. That's what I think he would like. Wanna make something? Nomi flaps her hand in front of their face, and flaps their hand in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet, don't you think? You shrug. Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it by now. Nomi snaps their fingers. Wait, we should make something to stay cool. You and Nomi brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella heads, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop, but it all seems too complicated. Eventually, you just end up doodling on some of Nomi's paper and folding it to make paper fans. Sometimes the best solutions are the most simple, they smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform fan. You find Nomi in the lounge, flanked by 2 holoscreens including a sketchbook with real paper. One holoscreen is playing an animated kid show, while the other is a wall of text that looks like it might be a translation guide of some kind. Nomi's attention moves between the 3 easily. When they see you, they jump and quickly close their holoscreens, sitting up straight and clutching their sketchbook to their chest. Oh hey, Solace! They giggle, rubbing the back of their head charmingly. How you doing? It's okay, you can watch cartoons here. Aren't we a little old for cartoons? Is that in a different language? Japanese. It's anime. It's probably anime. It's okay, you can watch cartoons here. Nomi relaxes a little, breathing an exaggerated sigh of relief. Good, because I really like cartoons. Nomi sets their sketchbook aside and looks around conspiratorially. I thought you were gonna bust me for jailbreaking my holopad, they say. All the Helio kids have restrictions on what we can watch and for how long, but you guys have so many more cartoons than we had. Nomi throws their arms into the air. Like the first season of Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. What? What's that? I love Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. Where did you learn how to do that? That sounds like total garbo. I love Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. What? Nomi cries, slapping their hands to their cheeks. Really? It's the best cartoon ever made. What else has schoolgirls who look like aircraft from the waist down battling evil aliens while dealing with the stresses of high school life? You have to agree, you were pretty fond of the arc in the 3rd season where Kamiya and Otoko... Wait. Otoko is just man. Disagreed about whether Haruka could truly be considered a hyperjet if she was part helicopter. The Helium Media Archive only had season 2 through 9 and only 3 of the OVAs, Nomi says, puffing their cheek out. I can't believe in the 4th OVA, Flight Captain Yumiko gets captured by the aliens and brainwashed into thinking she's been an alien sleeper agent the whole time. You hadn't seen the 1st season? Is that what you're drawing? Is that what you're drawing? Solace! Nomi exclaims, snatching their sketchbook up again. Don't peek! Nomi laughs and flips over their sketchbook, showing off some of their drawings. I was drawing some fan art for the show, they say. Well, it's kind of fan art. Okay, it's really more like if I was a character in Hypergirl Turbojet Transform. Oh, card to the right becomes wild. That's cool. It looks good, keep at it. What kind of aircraft would you be? Will you be an artist when you grow up, or this is a waste of time? What kind of aircraft would you be? Nomi blinks at you, clearly stunned by your interest. Huh. Well, okay, kind of, you see, all the cool aircraft are already taken, and it's rude to be a double. They press the tip of their index fingers together and look thoughtful. Sometimes I draw my character, as something weird, like a hot air balloon. But then I think, it would be kind of cool if I was the old regular human in the Turbogirl hyperjets. Anyone else super invested in Turbogirl hyperjet transform now? Yes. Also, hi. Hi, I've been lurking. Welcome to the chat. And yes, I also kind of want to see it now. I mean, let's test the wood theory, shall we? Rex shoots you a shy smile. Nothing a dog likes more than a stick, right? Yeah. Yup. The theory was correct. Present for you. It's definitely not flowers. It might be crystal. It might also be the strange device. I think I'm gonna go for the strange device. Hell yeah. Nomi gasps and takes the strange device, turning it over in their hands. For me? Really? I can't wait to crack it open and see what makes it tick. Hell yeah. Found out their favorite thing as well. Time to rest. We should probably go to the garden then. Since that gives us maybe upgrade points with Riki. Now that we've also seen what everybody looks like when they grow older. Really love the designs of everybody. They have multiple actually, but yes, park time. I mean, yeah, them having multiple faves makes sense, but mostly only one is given in the thing. Relax in the park. And the bond with Riki. Your mother's white Strantia flowers are flourishing in the garden, and everywhere else too. They've really taken to something in the soil here. You even see them outside the walls. Something must be carrying their seeds out toward the wilderness. That's good. Right, no. We're keeping those cards, fuck no. Bye. Really? 2 of my best cards? There's no way we're gonna forget any one of them. It's your 17th birthday. But it's not just your birthday. Quiet is a time of new growth, a celebration of life and hope. Not for just this year, but for humanity's presence on Vatumna for years to come. You and your friends are the symbol of that hope, quite literally. You are the future of humanity. As you're all beginning to take your places as adults in the colony, the council has decided to throw a party in your honor. The Vatumnan Youth Ball. Mars is organizing it, of course. You get an embossed invitation, on real paper, slipped under your door. I guess I could go. Party, 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 all night long. Nope, dancing is for dweebs. Yeah, I can always do this bar. There are some cards that I've been considering letting go of, but to be honest, most of the cards are doing fairly well. There's just some cards that, like the 2s of the pack, that I might think about forgetting at some point. But that would be a lot of cards at the same time as well. And I don't have that many kudos. I guess I could go. Okay. We got loyalty for that. You slip into some party clothes and head over to the lounge to celebrate. Well, yourselves. And yourself specifically. It is your birthday after all. The lounge is all decked out. The decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of nanoprinter creds. Your friends are transformed too. Everyone is dressed up and looking like the young adults you're becoming. You can hardly recognize some of them. Mars catches your eye and waves, her bangles jingling joyfully. She looks like a model from her holomags, every inch of her primed, painted and perfumed. Solace, happy birthday! I'm glad you could make it, she says, over the steady thrum of the music. The drinks are over there. Make your song requests to congruence and take off your shoes. You look down at your boots, then back up at Mars skeptically. She rolls her eyes and does a little bounce. Sock hop, just like Earth. Duh. At the refreshment table, Cal is stuffing his face with party food, and Rex shoves 2 glasses of punch in your hands. Gotta stay hydrated, he says, pouring himself another glass. We'll be sweating it out one way or another, he winks at you. Okay, dude. Don't let them fool you, Tangent mutters, joining you. She smears a glob of something pink and meaty looking on a cracker. It's a well-documented phenomenon that people inexperienced with imbibing alcohol will begin to act as if they're drunk even if they're completely sober. To Rex she adds, I mean of course that I am not going to suffer any bad behavior. Rex grins as he pulls a flask out of his vest and pours a healthy addition into his glass. Who says it's gonna be an act? Let's get a little loose. Come on, it's a party. The music changes to something with a fast pounding beat. Rex throws his head back and howls. Woo! It's time to dance. Dance or hang out with your friends. Yeah, when you get older you can get rid of the lower ones, definitely. Yeah, cool. I think it might be about time, but we still do not have that many kudos, unfortunately. Just hang out with your friends. Rex and Mars take to the dance floor, joined by Anemone and a reluctant-looking Vase. You stay behind with the others to watch, still marveling at how mature your friends seem tonight. They've transformed, like grotty little grubs, into beautiful daubsmoths. This shows up late and skulks around the outside of the lounge, eventually coming to pick at the food on the table. He keeps his distance from Tangent. Cal eventually heeds the siren's call of the dance floor and saunters over to join the others. You're left making somewhat awkward small talk about the food with the 2 siblings. Nomi, who's playing DJ with congruence, spins up something a lot slower, more romantic. Grab a partner and pull them in close, they announce dreamily. Or whatever distance you both feel comfortable with. Everyone giggles awkwardly and shuffles around, feeling the intangible friction of teenage politics. Who dances with whom? Who makes the first move? Talk to Cal, Tangent. Is this still here? Or just hang out and watch? Talk to Cal and look for Tangent options are flirt options. This is just a friendship thing, apparently. At least at this point. Oh. Talk to Cal. Cal grins and holds you at a respectful distance, his strong shoulders forming a natural dancing frame for your arms. We're a little embarrassed that you're so sweaty. Cal never works up a sweat, but he just laughs and compliments your natural glow. On the dance floor you bump into Anemone and Vase, who have stopped dancing and skipped directly to sucking face. Cal rolls his eyes. Anemone, you should have better taste. After the slow songs, Nomi spins Congruence's music library to something with a little more bounce to it. The dance floor once more floods with bodies ready to gyrate the night away. But the tunes are abruptly interrupted by Governor Lum's hair-speak hijacking the feed. He strides to the stage, flanked by Security Chief Red. Everyone on the dance floor whines in unison at having some buzzkill adult stop the music, but Lum just raises his hands and smiles indulgently. "Look at all of you," he says. "Young pioneers. I look at you and I see the future. Not just of this colony, but of all humanity." You catch a few people rolling their eyes. You've heard this before. Red hair, good man, a real good man, really, the best of the colony, shared his poem from a great earth poet. Lum continues. "Now, I'm not one for poetry myself, but damn if it's not something I want to share with you kids tonight, on the eve of something really big." He clears his throat and reads from his hollow palm. "We cannot tarry here. We must bear the brunt of danger. We, the youthful, sinewy races, all the rest of us depend. Down the edges, through the passes, up the mountains steep, conquering, holding, daring, venturing as we go the unknown ways. Pioneers, oh pioneers. We, primeval forest felling, we, the rivers stemming, vexing we, and piercing deep the minds within. We, the surface broad surveying, we, the virgin soil upheaving. Pioneers, oh pioneers." Applaud politely, silently mouth the word boring, grumble and hiss, "This is bullshit." Well, I know what we should do if we want to get that assistant job. Yeah. We applaud politely. Red looks a little pained, but Lum continues. "What do you think that poem means, kids?" he asks. "Does it mean we should sit here in our colony politely waiting for this planet to make a space for us?" He clenches his fist evocatively in the air. "No," he exclaims. "It means we need to get out there. We need to grab the Tumnah by the balls and make it respect us." He points to you specifically. "I need you, the next generation, to lead the charge. This is your planet, and you're old enough now to defend it. I'm asking all eligible fighters to join squads massing at expeditions. To get out there and attack those monsters where they live. We're taking the fight to them. No more hiding behind our walls." To your left, Vase and Anemone lead the cheering that erupts. Lum and Red leave and the music spins back up again, but only a few die-hard partygoers still want to dance. Everyone else has broken into small groups to discuss the announcements. You are excited, cautiously optimistic, scared, angry, trying not to think about it. What a way to crash a party and announce, "Hey, I want all of you in my army." Five, I think, would fit Solace best. Yeah, that's fair. It also will not lead to negative points here. Do we need 35 rebellion? I think we might need 35. We'll see. I think if we get that stat once, that should be enough to get us the job, right? I can get my rebellion up afterwards, I think. We're trying not to think about it, which gives us friendship points with Rex and Nomi Nomi. Nomi puts on a song with a group dance everyone knows, and Rex tries unsuccessfully to get the party moving again. People are too stunned to really feel the vibe. Eventually, Rex sighs and slings his arms over Nomi's shoulders, gesturing you in close too. "What a buzzkill," he grumbles, and Nomi nods. "I think 30, but let's see. Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure. Now you know what growing up on the Helio was like. You'd start to feel happy for a minute and some uniform would come in and ruin it. I thought it would be different here," Nomi sighs. "Instead we make you more like us. This sucks." The party fizzles out as everyone drifts away from the lounge. You return to find your dad has stayed up to make sure you got home safe. He's never done that before. You've always been told the colony was safe. Now, you see his sad eyes, and you know that time is over. Yeah, I don't like this. I didn't like what they did when they came in. I am still not happy about this development. Happy birthday to me. We could go exploring again. Or let's see if I can get that job. That should also not be a thing of like immediately getting the job. It should be a thing of just unlocking it, right? Less than 30, okay. We're 5 away. Right. We currently get +1 to all physical skill increases. So we should probably do something physical. Which is combat or toughness or animal. But we can also go outside. Which, I mean, surveying the plains gives us perception and animals, not that good. Bravery and perception. The valley is perception and biology, both of which is useless to me. Perception and engineering would not be physical skills. The only physical... yeah, the ridge is the one that is probably most interesting at the moment. But it is very much also one that doesn't give me physical skills. Because perception is maxed out. Maybe garrison job then? Yeah, we could go for the garrison stuff. Perception and animals. Defense training would do the thing, which is combat and animals. That's definitely better. That's 2 different. That's not a job though. Shall we go for the combat training? Defense training rather. Defense training it is. There's so many people in training in self-defense today that you have to break it out into stations. What do you want to work on today? Bird space helmet training, capoeira, or smashing things with your fists? Smashing things with your fists. You're a simple human with simple pleasures. You want to get absolutely shredded. Luckily, there are a ton of things to smash. Boards, bricks, training dummies, weapon racks. Toughness, hell yeah. Weapons rack. Whoops. Red isn't too pleased with you, but hanging the weapons back up does count as doing reps. Get to work. Wait. This might be the best. Or... No, that's too much of a difference. Yeah. This is fine. This is fine. +3 combat and +5 combat, +3 animals. Not bad. Not bad at all. Go for the same again, because we still have that bonus. Creativity 80 or greater. Yeah, let's do some more defense training. Security Chief Red interrupts your afternoon training to address the group. Anemone perks up. This seems important. Since the original colony was destroyed, Red begins, we have needed every skilled security officer we can find to defend our home. And now with Governor Lump's blessing, age is no longer a requirement. We're looking for young recruits to join the ranks of the defense squads. This is a serious job. He punches his hand for emphasis. You'll be soldiers, not little kids learning self-defense or peering down from the safety of the walls. You will be in danger. You need to be brave and know your way around a weapon. Step forward if you think you have what it takes to defend our colony. Bravely step forward, quietly hang back for now, or go pound sand, warmonger. Bravely step forward. When Red smiles, it's not a happy smile. But do you have what it takes to survive? Define what it takes. Red shakes his head. You're a greenhorn, kiddo, no shame in it, but I won't enlist someone who can't handle themselves in a fight. Take some self-defense classes, then come see me again. I think 3 might be rebellion, maybe? Maybe. Calling somebody a warmonger? Probably rebellion. Yeah, we have too little combat. We need more combat. We currently only have 19. But we're working on it. It's fine. You won't stay a 3. This is not good. This is the one card that I can't change. Right. What do? We could just take the stress. It's fine. Let's just take the stress. Not worth it to spend a card on it. We still got 6 combat and 3 animals. We could still go out to the ridge and have maybe at least the boss fight and then return again. Like do a sort of shorter outdoors period. Or we could continue working on our combat skills. Xeno egg. You look over Nomi's shoulder and see that they're drawing a whole page dedicated to native autumnal plants. They look up at you and rub their cheek with the end of their pencil. I know we're supposed to believe in Governor Lum, they confess, but what if we accidentally hurt the planet? What if some of the super cool plants and animals die? They look down at their page. Just think, it'd be really sad if that happened. Okay, not your birthday. Cal looks up from the geoponics bed where he's doing something sciencey with the water. Oh hey Solace, he says, just give me a sec. I'm checking the oxygen levels on the beds. Too much and you get too much aerobic bacteria. He has a little laugh. Sound like Tang, right? There's a lot of science in this geoponics stuff. It sure is the future. Egg? Not your birthday. Gotcha. Right. Maybe we should go exploring because we have no resources. Really? Or we... Now let's just do the boss fight, shall we? And this. Your report to the expeditions tend to find not just Utopia but Security Chief Rhett and Vase as well. I just can't spare any more of my people, Utopia is explaining to the team, to them. You've already pulled almost all of the foragers and we're almost running skinned crews in the ridge as it is. There's one person you can spare, Rhett replies, turning to face you. Hello, Solace. How'd you like to transfer onto one of my hunting parties? Utopia tells me you're one of her best explorers. We could use someone like you. He indicates Vase. I need someone who can keep up with this one. Vase puffs his chest out proudly. I would never kill a living creature. Why do we need to kill them? Or, sure, I'd love to hunt. This is going to be hard and against your instincts, but trust me. Why do we need to kill them? Vase laughs. Because they're killing us, Solace. Keep up. He clenches his fist. It's the classic struggle between humanity and nature, he says. Nature's not all flowers and rainbows. On Earth, everything and everyone was trying to kill each other. For survival, for food, hell, even just for fun. I can't wait to bag a real trophy, Xeno, he chuckles, framing his hands like a painting on the wall. The first 10-point buck on Vatumna. I don't want to kill animals for fun, or... Sounds good to me. Red nods. Good, I'm glad to hear that, he says, then turns to Vase. But first, I need to make sure you know the basics. Vase, bring out the Riki! No! 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 Vase goes over to a tent and brings back the Riki on a long chain. It's sprightly and bright-eyed, some might even say cute, and comes up nearly to your waist. Vase looks proud of his duty as monster bearer. I caught this one myself, Red tells you. I'm adding it to the training zoo, so don't kill it, but feel free to give it a few pokes. Then tell me, what are its weaknesses, its strengths? How would you defeat it in a fight? Analyze it, or take a wild guess? I mean, we're analyzing. Good that they're not making me kill it. I would not like it if they made me kill it. Yeah, we're not wasting those on the first round. Well, we might waste one of them on the first round, it's fine. We don't have a 4, we don't, no wait. No wait, no wait, no wait. This is a 4. And this is a 4. That's better. No, no. Better. Right? Just a tiny bit. Yeah. 4 for 4. I don't like that this is a 3 locked in this place. This is really not good for me. Okay, the best I can do for this card is a 5. Damn, this is not good. We're very far away from the goal here. Do we redraw the entire hand? And hope for maybe more... more gem cards wouldn't help us, because we still can't get it get it to... Could technically maybe get it a little bit higher up for more gem cards, I don't know. Let's redraw the hand and see if that helps. The same amount of gem cards, so that's not great. Well, like this we can at least push through. That's 3 5s in a row. And 4 5 6. I just did use the crystal to give me a new hand. I don't want to use another crystal if I can at least manage something here. Yeah, I think I'm pushing through. This is not ideal, but still. You studied the creature for a long time. It looks nervous, skittering from side to side and making a clicking noise. You throw a stick at it, and it leaps up and grabs it in its mandibles. It angrily tears it in half, then glares at you. You think about your own pet, Riki Tiki. This one is larger and fungus-like, maybe even close to the end of the more mobile part of their life cycle. You know that one day all Rikis must take root and become nurse trees for the next generation. You rattle off some other facts you've learned from playing with Riki Tiki and Red Knots. Good, Red says. Let's see if you're as good at hunting these as you are at identifying them. Come join the hunting squad next month and we'll see how you do in the swamps. Unlocked hunt in the swamps in expeditions. Yay! We're 4 away from the next pip in engineering. So this will give you combat if you want it. I know it's also not my fave. I mean, yeah. We have to level it up at some point. So, yeah. And I also want to see the new area. But, yeah. I don't want to hunt these poor creatures. We are the invasive species. I'm gonna drink something. And then we'll look around if there is anything, and then we'll rest a little bit. Probably playing with my Riki Tiki before I go out and hunt some. Yeah, and if you say you'd never had the creature, you don't unlock it. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought you'd at least want to see it. Yes, I do. I still hate it, but I do want to see it. Thanks, idle animation is fun. Relax in the park. You're cleaning up around your mother's memorial when the sound of footsteps disturbs your thoughts. Security Chief Red is standing in the garden, holding a wreath of white astrantia. He coughs awkwardly, putting the wreath on the memorial, and leaves without saying anything. Interesting. It doesn't need to mean anything. We can get rid of getting lost in the fog or milking the squeecher. Maybe. What do you think? Yeah, I'm forgetting it. Let's go. Yep. The squeecher we will keep because 6 plus a gem. It's late pollen now. And I haven't found the birthdays of the 2 people that I've been trying to find birthdays of. I already know yours. Didn't see anything. But maybe I just was not thorough enough. Or there wasn't anything, that is the other option. Yeah, okay, there is nothing. Right. Let's go hunting then. Animals in combat. As well as friendship with one person that I don't want to have a friendship with. It's fine. Let's hunt. Ooh, okay. The subaqueous swamps. Wait. Aqueous. It's subaqueous, isn't it? Anyway. You look down at the drone rifle in your hands. This is the big leagues. Finally, you're going to get out there and take the fight to the enemy. No messing around out there, Security Chief Red says. These animals are dangerous. They want to kill you. Probably as much as you want to kill them. Which is not at all, so that should be good. Your job is to get to them first. Utopia sighs. And by no messing around, he means don't you go taking risks, she says. As head of expeditions, she's technically in charge of you in the field, though Red is the one who molded you for this. There'll always be animals out there, but you're a lot harder to replace. And if you take down anything edible, she adds, tag it for reclamation so as we can bring it back to the colony. So, what? The plan is just to go out here and kill indiscriminately without even eating what we kill. Sounds practical. Base is practically humming with excitement beside you. Red pairs you up to head out together and Base sighs. I don't need a buddy, he grumbles. No offense, Solis, but you'll only hold me back. That might not be a bad thing, mate. Red shakes his head. You two are a good match, he insists. I want you to watch each other's backs out there. Stay within transceiver range of each other at all times. You might not always be able to reach the colony or Utopia, but you'll have each other. Never engage the enemy alone. I won't let you down, sir. We'll make a great team, right, Vase? I don't need Vase. I won't let you down, sir. What? No compliance points? You guess if Security Chief Red says you need to have a buddy, Vase isn't a bad choice. He's handy with a rifle at least. Red takes off on his glider and Vase turns to you. You better keep up with me, he sneers. We might be stuck together, but that doesn't mean I need your help. I'm gonna get all the kills and all the kudos, so just let me do all the work and stay out of my way. The subaqueous swamps are especially dangerous, Utopia says. Something in the air makes the beasties here all kinds of fickle. Could be the storms, but normally docile creatures are a mite more aggressive. She bites her lip. And to be perfectly straight with ya, there are some darn scary things out there in the swamps. I don't much love that we're sending you kids out into a literal war zone, Utopia says. I've been to the swamps before, all this war business, and it's a beautiful place even if it's real spooky. Hurts my heart to see soldiers tramping all over it. She summons up a smile. But I know teenagers can be just as capable as adults when it comes to surveying and hunting, she says. You've got faster reflexes and stronger stamina than a lot of these old codgers. Just try not to make stupid risks out there, okay? Promise your honorary auntie? Vase scoffs. You're not my aunt, he mutters. And I don't need a coward telling me what I'm capable of. Fuck you, Vase. God, I hate him sometimes. Me too. So there's a lot of unpleasant events here. Yeah, I figured. Do we want to jump straight to the boss fight? If you want to, it's better to just collect items and do the boss event, which is not a senseless killing promise. Okay. I mean, we could do that. We could also do whatever else we can find, like, we could do whatever else we still have stamina for afterwards. And I would probably go for one of the ones that have animals on them rather than the random events, even though that does mean probably that I have to kill them. Or try my damnedest to. But for now I'm going around scavenging. Which is more my speed. No, we're not doing this event. I don't care. I'm not doing this event. You can't make me. Oh, egg. Egg. I'm also not killing a Unisaur if I can avoid it. Yeah, I always refuse that one too. Good. We're on the same page here. Okay, yeah, I'm not ready for this yet. I don't think I've seen everything. The Unisaur I really also don't want to kill. You're too cute to eat. Oh, it's not the one I thought. Mysterious. Interesting. Maybe there are different events here. Yeah, I thought you meant the boss. There's another one here. There's 2 boss events. By the looks of it. Is this the one that you meant? The one you thought has an animal. Interesting. Maybe that's later then. I'm heading towards the one that's further away, so let's do that one first and see what happens. I will protect you. From me. Well, now I am at this one, so I might as well go for this one. There's something suspiciously regular about this clearing. Something that doesn't feel natural. There's something here, I can feel it, Race mutters. We're not leaving until we figure it out. Don't even think about dragging me down, like you always do. Fine, if that's how he wants to play this. You split up and walk to opposite sides of the strange clearing to investigate. The muck sand is so even here, like it was smoothed by a giant spatula or vibrated from below to settle perfectly level. You turn to see if Vase has any ideas. Wait, where did Vase go? Vase is gone? You jog over where you last saw him and discover that the ground drops away here to reveal a perfectly person-sized hole. Vase's backpack lies nearby. He must be inside. You call down to him and hear the distorted echo of his voice call back to you. He's found something. You crawl in after him. Why would you? The tunnel drops steeply and is longer and more narrow than you're quite honestly comfortable with. You're relieved when you finally pull yourself through to a large cavern. Vase helps you to your feet with a haunted expression, and you rise to see... Floating in a huge vat of glowing water is... faceless? The vat, like a specimen jar but massive, is walled on all sides by organic-looking crystal growths, some transparent so you can see the abomination growing inside. The water inside undulates gently, throwing patterns of light on the cavern ceiling. Lights blink on control panels recessed into the walls nearby. What the hell is this place? Vase mutters, taking a step toward the vat. Is that thing alive? Did someone make it? As he steps closer, the faceless inside the vat turns to perceive you. Its tentacles press against the transparent crystal glass, sensing you. You watch as its tentacles stick to the glass, flexing, undulating, extending, its great body distancing itself from the glass until... Oh no. Crack! The faceless slams itself against the inside of the vat, and you hear an ominous cracking noise. You and Vase stand frozen in horror, with your only way out being a slow crawl through the belly of the soil behind you. You're trapped. Crack! Crack! Water spurts out from the crack. First 1 jet and then 2 more, then 5. Then the whole enclosure buckles and splinters all at once. You and Vase are pelted with crystal shrapnel, then unceremoniously knocked to the ground by a literal wall of water. You slam into the cavern wall and black out for just a few seconds, coming back to find yourself still sputtering and flailing as the water quickly drains away into grates on the floor. The whole room shakes with an ear-splitting roar. The faceless is loose. Solace! Vase calls out to you. Get up and run! You blink, trying to force your vision to resolve. Vase stands in front of you, his rifle drawn, and, beyond Vase, the Faceless. Its gargantuan form can barely fit in this cavern. Its fleshy tentacles press up against the ceiling, and its tree-trunked legs are stuffed awkwardly underneath it, like a poorly made stuffed animal. Its entire body looks saggy, runny almost, like it wasn't entirely done baking in there. It roars again, flecking you both with spittle and vat fluid. Vase gestures towards the hole. Go on, I'll hold it off. You struggle to your feet, the movement making your head pulse and swell of nausea rise on your stomach. You must have cracked yourself real good against the wall, that wall. I said get out of my way, Solace, Vase hollers. This one's mine. The hole is right behind you, and Vase seems determined to throw himself at something really heroic. You could take the chance to flee, or I'm going to fight by your side, which is never going to happen. Run for the tunnel, grab Vase, and leave. Let him. Run for the tunnel it is. Okay. You crawl into the narrow tunnel, leaving Vase to face it alone. From the other end of the cavern, Vase hollers and pulls its attention. The Faceless roars, dislodging pebbles onto your head, and takes off after him. Vase never stood a chance. The Faceless crushes Vase easily, then proceeds to bat his unconscious body around like it's a toy. It hurts you just to watch. When it eventually loses interest and retreats farther into the cave, you sneak out and drag Vase to the safety of the tunnel, trying not to look at the raw stump where his mechanical arm used to be. He comes to, groans, and grabs his crushed ribs. Almost got it, he gasps. Fucking idiot. I for sure thought he was gonna die, and it was gonna be our fault. You look at your drone rifle, then at the terrifying Xeno. It stomps around the shards of its broken vat and lets out another ferocious roar. You could just leave it here and come back with a better plan. Or you could attack it alone. After seeing what it did to Vase, that would probably be suicide. Like actually, for real, a stupidly dangerous thing to even attempt. You could die. But imagine the praise you'd get beating a Faceless in one-on-one combat after Vase failed to. For glory or retreat to safety. Which is like... The arrow has changed color. This is a stupidly bad challenge to take on, I think. The game really wants me to know that this might be where I die. So this is a really hard challenge. Yeah, I figure. What do you think? Should we die and take this thing on, or try to come back with a better plan? You want to retreat? I actually haven't done that yet. You haven't done the retreating bit yet. You have actually gone and fought this thing. Interesting. I mean, we could. We are at full stress thing. Yeah, I fought with Vase. Well, yeah, I don't have persuasion, so, I'm never gonna have persuasion, it's fine. Right, combat alone seems like a very stupid idea. Do you want to do it? I mean, you can try. Is that the vote that you're making, or... My fate is in your hands. Do we try this? Okay, we don't. Thanks. Kinda wanna see what happens. Yeah, let's retreat to safety. Let's do that. Vase has lapsed into unconsciousness. You scan him with your hollow palm. His internal injuries are serious, and he probably wouldn't have survived you taking your chances with Faceless even if you'd won. You drag his unresponsive body through the tunnel and set an emergency beacon. Then we go home. After doing almost nothing. Fair enough. It actually gives me plus points with Base because I probably saved his life. And he did want to take that thing on by himself, like the idiot that he is. I haven't hugged you in a while, have I? Hug. You did ask for that outcome. Literally, yes. But that means we can just go exploring again. Not your birthday either? Nomi is camped out in the lounge, their holopad screen spread out before them like a drawing table. In another screen there's a collection of photos of a manticore. Nomi looks between the two screens, their brow furrowed in concentration as they scribble directly onto the screen with a stylus. What are you doing? Well, Nomi replies thoughtfully. I want to write and illustrate a story about aliens, like in Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. Except using the Xenos here on Vertumna, like Manticores and Faceless and stuff. But they can talk, and instead of attacking the colony, they help people instead. That sounds cool. Faceless would never help people, or that's not what real Xenos look like. That sounds cool. I think there might be a respawn for the boss, but I don't know. There could be a respawn for the boss, but there's definitely also the other boss that we can look at. Thanks, Nomi chaps, scribbling happily in their drawing. At their drawing. I got the idea from the second Turbo Girl Hyperjet OVA. You know, the one where the Medusa demons show up and the aliens and the Turbo Girls have to band together to defeat their common enemy. I remember that part, or I had no idea what you're talking about. I mean, we canonically watched it. I remember that part. Nomi looks up at you with a start. Oh, they exclaim. That reminds me. So, I'm trying to brush up on my xenoanatomy and I'm totally fine with writing, but... They blow out a big breath, ruffling their bangs. I kinda haven't been here long enough to make sure it feels right, you know? To make it go pop. And I want to make sure I'm being, you know, sensitive about stuff I don't know a lot about. So I was wondering, could you help me with some of the world building? I'd love to, or I don't want to be associated with this. I'd love to. You spent an enjoyable afternoon helping Nomi with their story. When you're done, they give you a big hug and thank you profusely for your help. You feel really proud of what you've accomplished. Yay! Alright, Cal. Not your birthday. Oh, Cal has an event. You're looking around for Cal when you overhear him, just around the other side of the geoponics dome. For the last time, leave me alone! Doesn't sound good. You get closer and find Cal facing down Red and Vase. They've cornered him, their body language calm and relaxed, while Cal's so angry he's almost shaking. Cal, please listen to us, Red says, spreading his hands. We're not here to conscript you. I can't force you to join the army. Looks like you're trying. All I'm saying is that I need good, loyal, strong young men like you out there on the front lines. He said no. Fuck off. Red smiles. You're a good boy, Cal. I admire your passion for peace and your dedication to fighting for it. That's why I'm here, asking you to help me protect the colony. Fuck off. Protect the colony? Cal spits. That's such a lie. You're not protecting anything. You're just slaughtering defenseless animals in their homes. It's disgusting. Hey, Vase retorts, taking a step forward with his fist raised. Show some respect. Cal squares up like he's ready to take the hit. For who? He asks, voice sharp. Psychopaths like you. Vase roars and looks like he's about to take a swing, but Red holds him back with one raised hand. Vase slinks back to Red's side, glowering at Cal. I can tell you need a bit more time. Fuck you, Red says. I just wanted you to know that my door is always open if... No! He said no several times. Just leave him the fuck alone. Get lost, Cal says, cutting Red off. Red looks surprised. I'm not interested. I never will be. Vase looks like he's about to lip off again, but Red speaks before he can. All I ask is that you keep it in the back of your mind, Cal. When you come around, I'll be happy to talk about your options. With that, they leave. Vase gives you a scathing look as they pass. Red is actually quite cool, to be honest, but not in this moment. Yeah, in this moment, that was just not okay. Like, how clear can Cal make it? Cal sits down heavily on the sack of fertilizer he must have been carrying before Vase and Red cornered him. This isn't even the first time, he mutters, his face in his hands. They're really dead set on getting me to join the hunting parties. I told them I don't want to kill anything, and Red was like, it's okay, you can just tell us how to kill them. He looks up, exasperated. Like that's any better. Don't we need to defend the colony? Or I wish they would leave you alone. I wish they would leave you alone. Me too, Cal sighs. They have a real messed up idea of what it means to serve the colony. Like, who do they think grows their food? Ghosts? Cal picks at a loose thread on the sack he's sitting on. Man, this whole war is lightspeed stupid, he mutters. Lum and his people come crashing in here and they think they run the place because they have bombs and guns, and nobody stops to think, like, maybe we're actually the invasive species here. We have a right to live here too. What can we do about it, though? We need to live in harmony with nature. We do need to live in harmony with nature. I'm glad you agree, Cal says. I just feel like we just showed up and plopped ourselves right in the middle of the food web, Cal continues. And we didn't even think for a second about the chaos that would cause in the ecosystem. We owe it to this planet to do our best to try to understand. Cal's shoulders slump in a sigh and he pushes himself to his feet. Man, I wish I could still talk about this stuff with Anemone, he says, slinging the sack of fertilizer over his broad shoulders again. You can see why Red wanted to get him in the defense force so badly. I miss her, Cal admits. I miss that we used to be so close when we were kids. He shakes his head. But she's gone all human supremacist now, and I just can't stomach that, you know? Yeah. It kind of does suck that she is so much in love with the idea of Vase. Are we actually dating him? I mean, doesn't seem like it. Our relationship is still a question mark. Your relationship is dating Vase. That seems like a wrong thing to do. Still a question mark there as well. Question mark there. You as well. Yeah, Tammy, everything is a question mark. I'm sorry. He would like mushwood logs. Yeah, you're not in a relationship. And Vase is dating Anemone. Yep, the only two that are going, that are in a relationship right now are the two of them. We are not currently in a relationship with anybody. Right, do we go hunting again to see what the other event is? Events remaining, 0 collectibles remaining. Seems like the one boss monster is gone. Let's go. Don't have to look around for collectibles anymore because I already have them. Let's just go look at that other big event here. You've been saved a few times from certain doom, or at least discomfort, and it can't have been a coincidence. Something or someone has taken an interest in you. You're being followed. You're beginning to get a feel for this place and its dangers. So the next time you hear the hiss-click of a nest of hungry snap bladders, you walk straight towards it, keeping an eye out for anyone watching you from the trees. There, just as you think you're going to have to climb into the damn nest to get your savior to show up, you see a shadowy humanoid figure darting behind the tree. You make eye contact and you both freeze. His almond-shaped eyes widen in his not-quite-human face and he slips away into the jungle. Chase him or track him carefully. Yeah, we've met this stranger before. We have a card of this person. And they were, trying to help us before. Here they are. We're tracking him carefully. Rather than rush after him, you use your tracking skills to carefully follow his path and sneak up on him. You pounce like a manticore and the two of you tumble to the ground. You pin his arms. Who or what is the trophy that I just got for Meet Sim the Gardener? Okay. That's apparently the name. Remember last time when I asked you to see your cards? This was why. Fair enough. You get a good look at his face for the first time. The long, delicate features, the odd tone of his skin, almost purple, and his glittering alien eyes. Before he can answer your questions, you jump off him and back away. What is he? He brushes the dirt from his clothes and stands up tall, very tall. You have to take another step back to get a good look at him. You catch a glimpse of a pale purple wrist under the tattered black sleeves. Delicate, like bird bones. I am a gardener, he purrs, and you're trespassing on my planet. Now that you can see all of him, you confirm he's definitely not human. Besides the purple tint to his skin, he's also just constructed differently. Human, but not. And taken as a whole, those little discrepancies add up to something that is decidedly alien. You're an alien? She laughs, a light and infectious chuckle that sounds more animal than human. It goes on for a bit too long. You think he might be poking fun at you. Actually, you're the alien here, if you think about it. You do think about it. He's right. Yes, he is. He jumps up onto a large rock and crouches, eyeing you thoughtfully. Let's make a deal, he says. He speaks with an odd inflection, putting the wrong stress on things, but the words themselves come easily enough to him. I'm not supposed to talk to you, he says. It's against the rules. But since you've caught me, I can grant you one wish. He smiles mischievously. Is this a joke? I wish to know more about you. I wish for 1,000 kudos. I wish you'd stop laughing at me. I wish to know more about you. He gives you a sly look. In time, Solace. I hope we He pauses and his eyes unfocus for a moment. He stares straight ahead, unblinking. Then he slowly stretches like a cat and stands up. Well, this has been fun, but I'm afraid duty calls. He doffs an invisible hat towards you. My name is Symbiosis, by the way. Or Sim, if you like. He jumps behind the rock and disappears. Literally, he disappears. You search all around and can find no trace of where he might have gone or how. Stars, you just met an alien. No, again, we're the alien. Alright, do I want to do the ones that have creatures or don't I? The ones that are question marks might be ones where I don't have to kill anything, so maybe go for one of them to see what that does? The worst thing about hunting in a bog is, well, the bog. You're up to your knees in sticky, clinging mud, sucking at your boots when you try to move. You're stuck. You poke at it with a stick, then lose the stick. How deep does this go? Wade through it, build a bridge, find another way around. Yeah, but like, he's an alien to you, also not the first, but the first that speaks, yeah. We have met a lot of creatures on this planet. We build a bridge. Which gives us engineering points, which is good. We're almost there. You find some branches that seem light enough and strap them together using tall grasses, making a kind of raft. You drop it onto the muck where it sits without sinking. Then you make a second raft, walk to the end of the first and drop it down. Then you pick up the first raft, walk to the end of the second and drop it down. Continuing this way with your two rafts, you and Vase are able to cross without even getting wet. It takes forever, but it works. Well, you and Vase are walking down a path made by some creature, probably bush bubs. They like to make paths. What you find though isn't a bush bub. It's a snap bladder, a much more aggressive foe. You've seen nests of the things, squirming around and crying out, trying to lure people into their hungry mouths. But this one is on the move. It's crawling across the path. Slowly. From its round, lumpy form, you wonder if it's pregnant. These things are a danger to surveyors and could potentially kill someone who fell into the brooding nest. They swell up so huge they can't move anymore and instead half bury themselves and lie in wait for prey to come too close. The manticore ones are also okay. Manticores are pretty aggressive, so it feels less wrong, I guess. You take this one, Vase says, gesturing to the lumbering beast. It looks like your speed. Dispatch it quickly, can't do that. Analyze it or kill it with flair. The analyze it is a harder challenge than the killing it. I guess we kill it with flair. Yeah, this does no difference. Makes no difference, whatever. You're a 5. Then I'll keep my... This is way better, so I'll have to go for this one. Okay, got this. No more cards with thingy. Nah, good enough. You take out your plus cutter and do a cool spinning move, jumping off a few logs and jamming the tool into the snap bladder's, well, bladder. It exhales a cloud of noxious acid mist. Vase applauds. To friendship with Vase. Fuck you. The swamp has flooded here, and water has risen to almost completely cover the trees. The islands you make your way across are actually the tops of giant mushroom-topped trees, barely rising out of the marsh. The water is clearer than usual, so you can see down through the underwater canopy to the jungle beneath the surface. You think it's just marvelous to peer down at the underwater forest, but Vase is antsy and is looking for something to fight. He scouts on ahead. You're hurrying to catch up when several muckwalkers come flopping out of it in front of you. They're twice as long as you are tall, smacking and slithering in your direction with hundreds of little fins. The creatures are slow and clumsy out of the water, but it doesn't really matter when you're that big. Fight them or run away. One of you won combat, fair enough. You're almost at first pin. Yes, I have noticed. We're also very close with reasoning and with engineering there. Bonus to red pears. Yeah, that's a lot bigger. Yep. That's as good as it gets, and it's more than half of what we need. Need only 30 now. It's fine, we can do this. Yeah, this one is a tiny bit better. Engineering needs 2 more. Combat needs 3 more. Animals, we're also getting there. 11 more. Reasoning needs 6 more. In their clumsiness, the mugwalkers seemed more likely to crush or drown you than to actually eat you, assuming that's what they're trying to do. It's hard to tell. You kill one and the other slither off. Vase shows up just as you finish it off. "Aw," he pouts, "you have all the fun. I don't like you." Again, we're not doing this challenge. I refuse. One day I will do it, but today is not the day. Electrical storms can be a real danger when you're slogging through swamps, and not just because of the obvious. Something in the frisson of electricity in the air draws previously unseen creatures to the surface, their behavior strange and unknown. Something like a giant electric eel has surfaced here, and is lifting a long antenna out of the water. It looks like it's trying to attract lightning. "Maybe we should give it what it wants," Vase says, pulling on a pair of sungloves and grinning sadistically. "Shoot it with drone rifles instead, let Vase zap it, or just avoid it." Have I mentioned that I don't like Vase? No, do not do that. Yeah. Shoot it with drone rifles instead. Well, it doesn't like that. With a crackling hiss, it shoots lightning at you. Defend yourself. First collectible use is free. That's good to know. 5, 6, 7. That's a third of what the points that we need. God, too many cards with 2. Bloody hell. Two, 3, 4, 5. Well, actually, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it make a difference? Yes, it does. 1 point. Well, the 6, 7, 8 is a no-brainer here. +2 to neighboring cards. Better than to spend stuff that we don't necessarily need. I mean, I could have used a free whatever. You kill it, you think? It sinks into the water, so there's no trophy or even proof you did it. Vase pouts and pulls off his stun gloves. Really don't like you. Shop weapons. New cards in the depot. For the combat pip. Well, okay, let's take on one Manticore challenge. You come across a grouchy, sick Manticore. It looks half its flowering. It's lost half its flowering mane, and it's all bare and mangy looking. It wobbles back and forth on its pointed feet. Its growls interrupted by the occasional cough. Despite how fragile it looks, it still bares its teeth at you and lowers its head like it still wants to fight. "Easy kill," Vase mutters beside you, raising his drone rifle. Try to soothe it, study it, attack it, leave it alone. This will not make you like Vase more. It really won't. We study it. 2 for animals, that's good. You hold Vase back while you take notes on the old Manticore's behavior, reminding him this could be useful for future hunters and surveyors. It isn't often you can study a Manticore while it isn't eating something or someone. The Manticore wheezes at you from a distance, looking annoyed. It itches its butt against the tree, still looking annoyed. Then it sharpens its sides on a stump while glaring at you threateningly. Same options. Try to soothe it. You approach the Manticore slowly, making calming noises. It bops and weaves a few times before lunging at you. We defend. Definitely keep you... Oh wait, should we just do... That's almost halfway there. It's pretty good. Four, 5, 6, 7. No gems on cards. Yeah, good enough. For an old sick Manticore, the beast puts up a surprising amount of fight. Eventually you manage to bring it down, but it's a close call. Vase insists you pose for a selfie with your trophy. Fuck you. You're too worn out and try to continue. Yeah, go home. Why is he like this? Two more points in engineering. And 5 more points in animals. This year's Veterinalia is ushered in with a big military band. Horns and drums supplemented by a recording of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum strides out of command on a grand red carpet and descends the stage to raucous applause. Thank you, everyone. We got the combat pin though. Yeah, that we got already earlier. He calls out over the din. Look at you, look at this colony, finally truly united. All it took was a common enemy, he declares. I look at you, beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people, and I see a fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay. Vertumna, do you hear me? He raises his arms and roars. Do you hear me, Vertumna? We humans aren't going to hide anymore. Lum gestures for Security Chief Rhett to join him on stage, then continues. The original fugitive colonists got it wrong. In Roman mythology, Vertumnus was the god of cultivation, not of rampant chaotic growth. He clenches his hand into a fist. We need to clear the field before we can plow it. Vertumna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated. Yeah, just fuck a whole lot more with the ecosystem, why don't you? Rek crosses his arms and nods in his agreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Lum is letting on. Lum descends from the stage and does a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. In the vacuum left by his presence, Chief Administrator Seek takes the podium and clears their throat. I want to announce that this will be the last year that festival contents will be held. What or whatever. What? A sound of protest rises from the crowd, and near the front, Lum just shrugs theatrically and mouths, "Not my fault." Zeke looks down at him pointedly and then continues. "This war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable, time." Lum takes the stage again and soothes the crowd. "I do have some good news," he declares. "Starting today, the colony is going to be granting requests from people who want to have children." A happy murmur burbles through the crowd. Yes, that's right. It's time to start on the next generation of autumnants and secure a future for our children. Lum pumps his fist in the air. Humans, humans, humans. Humans, or anyway about this war on nature. Def his fault. Absolutely his fault. We can't have fun anymore. I feel like we have to, well, now, as much as I want to say this, hear me out. Maybe this will change your mind. We need 5 more points in anti-rebellion. As much as my entire soul screams against shouting USA, USA. But this will give us rebellion points. You know it well. USA. Yay. I think it's stupid, Cal says immediately. I know survival is important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here. Mars rolls her eyes. Duh, of course you'd think that, she mutters. Personally, I think Lum is a total nullhead. He's not that much older than me. What is he like, 24? And everyone listens to him? She flips her hair over her shoulder. They should listen to me instead. I'd rather listen to you than him. Finally, you're all called to participate in the games. The last ones, maybe forever. If this war on nature ever ends, you'll probably be an adult. As your friends all separate into their usual games, you realize that this may be the last time that you just get to be kids. Merlin threw something down. Oh no! Boy, why? We're going for the bake-off again because we cannot go for anything else. You join Cal in the kitchens. I tried to come up with a better pun than bake-on, but I couldn't, he sighs. It's too good. This year's theme is pie. You'll be responsible for forming a delicious flaky crust and delectable filling. No soggy bottoms. Cal sits up straighter. Wait, I've got it, he cries. Let's see who has what it bakes. Good job, boy. It's a hard challenge this time, with 106 points to beat. Gotcha. This is not a great hand. He wants to go outside. Of course he does. That's what I thought. Three, 4, 5. Never mind. Can I turn you into a 7? Yes, I can. There we go. I mean, we're getting this card out of it, so it's definitely worth it. Because this card is really good. I should have this several times in my deck now. Cal's pie comes out technically perfect, golden brown and flaky with a tart boba fruit jelly. But the taste is kind of bland. It's just so-so. The judges remarked that it could have used salt. Your pie, on the other hand, comes out looking and tasting great. You clearly have what it bakes. After the festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the human offensive against the planet. Still don't like that. Still don't like it at all. It's mid-dust now. Oh, this is a thing. You and Diz are sitting on the tailgate of one of the expedition's vehicles, shelling boba seeds with your teeth and spitting the hard bits on the ground. Now and then one of you points out something funny a passing surveyor does, or spots something under the mush trees. This is the easiest way to talk to Diz, by not talking at all. Diz has always been like this. Being isolated from the other kids has made him thoughtful. Out of everyone, you think Diz might understand about Sim, and be able to keep a secret. Do you tell him? I trust him. You tell Diz that you saw something interesting when you were out on expedition. Diz perks up immediately, turning to look at you. Yeah? He asks. What? I met an alien, Diz. His jaw drops and his face goes an interesting color. You're worried for a moment that he's going to going to be upset with you for teasing him, but... No way, Dis hisses, leaning in. But I met an alien too, Solace. What was yours like? Tall, dark, and handsome, or like us, but an alien? Wait, we can flirt with Sim in his absence? This seems weird. This seems weird to do with somebody being right next to me. Unless if... Like, how would Sim even know unless, like, he's watching us right now? Mysterious man who appears when you need him most. Him. Age, no idea. Birthday, no idea. Augment, no idea. Yeah. He's just now in our log as well. Interesting. God, the attack was when we were 14, apparently. Damn. Starved to death when you were 14. 14 was a busy year. Xenofauna attack when you were 11. When we were 10. One Tonin killed by xenofauna while exploring. That also happened. Yeah, Com also died when we were 14. Damn. The only thing we get to know about adults is their age. Anyway, sorry, got distracted there for a bit. Like us, but an alien? You describe Sim. His long dark hair, his big eyes, his faintly purple skin. The way he never seems to answer any of your questions. Dis stares at your face. Wait, you met Sim too? You nod, and Dis's hands fly into his hair. He said he met another human kid, but he didn't say who it was. It was you this whole time. He made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone else, Dis says earnestly. It's a weird expression on him. If the Helios found out about the gardeners, they'd probably just try to kill them like they'd kill everything else. So, we can talk about Sim, but we have to keep it a secret. Why hide him? So the Western Ridge ruins... Okay, this will be our secret. So, the Western Ridge ruins? Yeah, I'm sure the gardeners are related to those ruins somehow. He shakes his head. I asked Sim if the gardeners built what used to be there. He said the ruins built the gardeners. He's always speaking in riddles. Okay, this will be our secret. Dis nods, looking serious. Good, he says simply, then repeats it. Good. We go back to shelling bobber seeds in silence, watching the colony go about its business. Now, if only I had written down when I gave presents to people. I think it might be easier to do it again when like next year started, because I know I took every earliest opportunity to give gifts. Should have just done first of the month, second of the month, third of the month to figure it out in 3 years, but you know, hindsight. Right. Oh, I'm just gonna save, and it is very late again, so it might be the moment where we stop. Kind of want to keep some of this. I'm giving Nomi another present, whatever. Ooh! Good that I did that. Nomi's birthday. Hell yeah. Right. What about you? Should I give you my last log? I shouldn't, should I? Probably shouldn't. Alright. Yeah. This has got to be it. It is fairly late now. Cat is still not back. I kind of don't want to leave without saying goodbye, at least. Then I'll just do another quick thing to level up a stat in engineering and reasoning. Let's go. No, not that one. You seek a notice on the engineering holoweb. Chief Engineer Instance needs someone to help with after-school tutoring. Literally anyone who isn't a complete idiot will do, because she's desperate. Please apply. Apply for the job. You tell Dr. Instance you're interested in the job. She looks... Welcome back. She looks up from her holopalm like she's just noticed you exist. Yes, you'll do, she says, nodding. The younger, slower kids have trouble keeping up with congruence sometimes. You mostly just have to pat them on the back now and then, and stop them from wandering off when they're supposed to be studying. No offense, but anyone with a pulse could do it. You wait for further instructions. Instance sighs, shooing you away dismissively. You know where the classrooms are. Just come when you're not doing whatever nonsense teenagers do here. Right, unlock that. I could also still unlock the other thing. As I said when you were gone, I'm kind of thinking about stopping here now. Mostly because it's after 11 at this point. But I also didn't want to leave while you were still taking care of the cat. That's not gonna cut it. Yeah, good enough. And that's engineering. Also, we found out Nomi Nomi's birthday. New perk. New cards in the depot. Which is already, like, yeah, we got that earlier as well. I should check that out before we leave, before I forget. We got that twice now. But also, let's apply for the job. You overhear another meeting between Seek and Lum. It's not that you're spying again, you're just curious. They seem to be disagreeing on another administrative task that Lum doesn't want to do. Does he do anything about around here? Figure it out, Seek, Lum says. That's your job. Tell Seek you could do it. You wait for Lum to storm off like he usually does, then approach Seek while they're massaging their temples. You offer to help Seek with their problem, whatever it is. Seek sighs. The governor isn't used to how things work around here, they admit slowly. They clear their throat and look around to make sure he isn't still nearby. Nor does he have any real experience at running anything besides a squad of gun-toting soldiers. He doesn't appreciate the work of civil servants like you and me, C continues. He thinks the person with the biggest gun and the nicest smile should be allowed to make the decisions with no regard for the difficulties of actually making those decisions reality. They sigh. Perhaps it needs a more deft touch. I already have Mars working on something, softening him through social media, though she's quite rebellious. I could use someone I can trust in the position. Unlocked administration in command. Three persuasion, 3 organizing. So we're never gonna do that, so it's fine. Wait, what was the other thing that we got? What skills does that give me? Suit to the children is reasoning and empathy. That's good. There. Okay. 5 empathy plus 1 bonus to straights. 5 reasoning plus 1 to all flushes. Yeah, like if you want to do persuasion, this is the job to level it. But you don't have to. I don't think I will. Just because at this point it's just a joke that we have no persuasion. 2 plus 20 persuasion plus 2 bonus to straights. 2 yellow straights. Plus 10 to all yellow skills, plus 2 to challenges, plus 20 combat, plus 2 bonus to pairs, plus 10 reasoning, plus 2 to all flushes, plus 15 to all skills. Okay. Plus 50 combat, times 2 bonus for pairs. Okay. Or you could buy persuasion. That is a thing we could do. Plus 30 engineering, first collectible use is free. That's also pretty good. Draw 1 extra card. Autoplay best hand, minus 2 to cards. That seems to take the fun out of everything. All blue card values become wild. Interesting. If anything, the ×2 bonus for straight... No, wait, we already have a ×2 bonus. The bonuses to straight would be better than anything else, I think. Yeah, and it doesn't even play the best cards either. Damn. Well, I didn't think I was gonna take it. Now I'm definitely not. Again, it takes the whole fun out of things. For me. Right, saving again, and then it is time to log off. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for indulging me with never leveling up that one skill that I probably should. This is still a lot of fun to play. I can't wait to finish the first run here so that I can go on by myself. Because that will be a lot quicker, obviously. It is dust once again. Yes, it is. But it is not the same month of dust, so we're not starting in quite the same position again. But we did only do 1 year again. We're now 17. Next time we'll reach 18, maybe even 19. We'll see. I'm also curious about what ending we'll get and what endings there are. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see you again next week probably. Bye bye!